Well, the latest updates coming in as far as the conflict is concerned is, viewers, that the Iran war has entered its second week, and with it, the dynamics of the conflict have now completely shifted. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has in fact apologized to the neighboring countries for attacks launched during its war with Israel and the US. The president has now assured that Tehran will not target the neighboring countries unless attacked from there. Pezeshkian asserted that Tehran would not surrender. This comes after US President Donald Trump demanded an unconditional surrender and select the new leader or the next leader that will follow suit. Now, that's the one set of updates that have come in, even as where back home in India, Dr. Jaishankar has explained India's decision to allow an Iranian naval vessel to dock in Kochi amidst the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Remember, this is the third Iranian vessel. The first one was sunk by American missiles. The second one sought help from the Sri Lankans, and the third one has docked in India. And in fact, India has said that the ship was caught on the wrong side of events. I'm going to play out that soundbite of Dr. Jaishankar and then get in my colleague Aditya Rajkal, who is in Tel Aviv, getting us first-hand account of how this war is now unfolding. Listen in.
We got a message from the Iranian side that one of the ships, which presumably was closest to us, to our waters at that point of time, wanted to come in to our port. They were reporting that they were having problems. So my recollection is this was on the 28th. On the first, we said, okay, you can come in. It took them a few days to sail in. Then they docked in Kochi. The ship is there. Obviously, the people on the ship, a lot of them were young cadets, that is my understanding. They have disembarked. They are in a nearby facility. For us, when this ship wanted to come in, and that too in difficulties, I think it was the humane thing to do.
All right, Aditya joins us live on the broadcast. Now, Aditya, some very important set of developments happening. The fact that the Iranian president understands that he needs to stop attacking, the Iranian neighbors is extremely significant, more so since it comes just 24 hours after he himself said that with regard to some sort of negotiations, that process has started.
Well, that's right. This is a new statement that has just come in from the Iranian President Pezeshkian, who has apologized to the neighboring countries. He said that he apologizes to the countries who were attacked. It was not their intention to attack those countries per se, but it was the US bases and the US embassies and consulates that came under attack, apart from the US logistical centers, because he says these are the countries that have given shelter and base to the Americans, who are the sworn enemies of Iranians. While he has apologized, he has also stated that now these countries will not face attacks. Does that mean that the missile attacks and the drone attacks that we have seen over the last 7 to 8 days will stop? Well, this morning there were fresh attacks that took place in Dubai and Kuwait and several other areas. We'll have to wait and watch whether this actually does means some business. Will this be implemented really by the Iranians? We'll have to wait and watch to really monitor the situation very closely. But apart from that, the situation has been very grim. There's been a humanitarian crisis, also several civilians suffering in Iran, Gaurie, and in Israel as well. There have been incoming missiles that have been coming in. The Americans have stated very clearly, the US President Donald Trump stating that at this particular stage, there's no question of ceasefire or any kind of talks. The only option, Donald Trump says, is a surrender that is to happen from the Iranian side. The Iranians have refused any kind of a surrender. There have been speculation about some backroom dialogue that might be underway. But as of now, both sides are very aggressive on their tone and tenor. They have aggressive positions and posturing right now, militarily and diplomatically. Doesn't seem like that this will end anytime soon. Lastly, I also spoke yesterday to the foreign policy advisor to Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, who stated that it will not take years, but it will take some time before this entire operation ends.
All right.